Today, we're gonna talk about the measure of centers. Admittedly, what's that? Measure of centers. That's just measuring for a group of items, a data set, measuring what the middle is or what the average is. So there's a couple different ways we can do this. So a measure of center. So the measures of center that we're going to be looking at are mean, median, and mode. And all of those describe it describes a group of data, mostly, just with a single number. So we're going to be talking about mean, median, and mode. So the mean is just the average of a data set. If you already know how to calculate average, then you know how to calculate mean. It's the same thing. The average, that's just all of the items added together divided by the number of items that there were. So to calculate that, you add all the elements together, add all the numbers together, then you divide by the number of elements that were there, that were present. Add all elements, then divide by the number of elements present. That's how you get the mean. The median is the middle number. It's just the number that's in the middle. To calculate this, you have to arrange your data from least to greatest, and then figure out which one's in the middle, just by counting. So arrange the data from least to greatest and find the middle number. You can just cross off the ends until you reach the middle. If there are two middle numbers, you just add them together and divide by 2, and that's the median. So let me write there. Right there. I'll write it right there. So if there are two middle numbers, you add them together and divide by 2 to get the median. So that's the median. We have mean and we have median, and now we have a mode. Mode. The way I remember mode is like sounds like most, because mode is just the number that occurs, or the element that occurs most frequently. The mode is by far the easiest thing to find, just because you can just look at it and see which one occurs the most. You just count how many times something appears, and then if it's the biggest that it appears, like it appears the most times, that's your mode. You are allowed to have more than one mode. So maybe we'll see an example of that. But here we go. We have mean, median, and mode. Those are measures of the center. We should also say range. Range. What is the range? The range is how far your data set spans, like how much it, I guess, encompasses. But to calculate it, it's just the biggest number minus the smallest number from the data set. So you go, you find the biggest number, here's the biggest number, and you look for the smallest number, here's the smallest number. Okay, you take those and you subtract the 2, and then you answer, that's the range. Okay, very easy. Let's do an example, yeah? So our example says, calculate the mean, median, mode, and range of the data set. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the mean. We just take the mean. We'll do that first. Find the mean. The mean is just the average. So I'm going to take all of these numbers, add them together, and divide by however many there are, because that's what mean is, to calculate. The mean, this one. Add all elements, then divide by the number of elements present. So I will do that. I will take this into my calculator. I'll add all of those, add them all up, plus, 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 plus. And that gives me, I'm just doing this in a calculator, it gives me 448. That's added all together. And then I divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I divide by 7. This is for mean. And what does that give me? So 448 divided by 7, I'm still doing this in the calculator, that's 64. So the mean is 64. Well, that's easy. That means the average value is 64. I mean, there's not even a 64 here, but that's what the average means. It's a way to describe this data. This data is pretty spread out, but you get the idea. Median. How do you do the median? Median. Hello, median. Well, on the median, you have to arrange the data from least to greatest and find the middle number. So I would take this, I would say the smallest. What is the smallest? Looks like 35. 35. That is the smallest. And then I have a 35 again, so I put a check mark. And then a 35 again. Check. And then what's the next smallest? I think 45. You check. And then 57. I just make it least to greatest. 57, I check off. 80, 97, check, 99. I checked them off because now I know I got them all, so I didn't miss any. So 99 is the biggest. And then I find my middle number. Now what I do is I take my left finger and my right finger and I just cover up these. So I'll do it kind of at the same time. I just cross the sides out. So cross, cross. Whoops, cross, cross. So that's 1. I'm trying to find the middle, so I just cross, cross. That's 2, cross, cross. The middle is 57. So the median is 57. Now I need to get the mode. The mode is easy. Look, I just do it here. I do it right here. Mode. The mode, remember, is just the most frequent element that occurs most frequently. So the mode here is 35 because it occurs twice and nothing else occurs twice. So that's the mode. If you had, like, say, another 99, then the mode would be 99 and also 35. Then it would be 99 and 35 because they both occur twice. If they all occur once, then you would say no mode. So no mode if each element occurs only once. And then the last thing would be to get the range. Range. That's just the biggest number, right? Biggest number minus the smallest number. So the range is just 99 minus 35. So we do 99, the biggest, minus the 35. 64. The range is 64 because there's 64 units between the biggest and the largest. That's how much the data ranges. Okay, that's it. That's all we have. It's very easy. Goodbye.